Relations and Communications Management.
Today marks a historic step. Nigeria, the giant of Africa, is opening its doors to the world, ready to host the WPRF Abuja 2026, where voices of responsible communication will unite under one roof. And what do we say as Nigerians? No wahala. Tell somebody beside you, no wahala.
Definitely no wahala. Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that this is a hybrid event. Like the President already earlier mentioned, we have delegates that have joined us from around the world for today's auspicious event. And so we'll ask that you please conduct yourselves in a courteous and in a decorum way so that we'll project Nigeria as is, showing that there's no wahala and that we're ready to open our doors come 2026. Of course, our chief host is here with us, and we have other very eminent personalities, government officials. We're expecting royal fathers. Some royal fathers are already seated here in the hall with us, communication leaders, members of the diplomatic corps, and of course, friends of PR profession.
And to properly situate this, we will now recognize very, very specially, let me mention before this, that the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations is a reputation organ. And that's why you see that the Honorable Minister himself is seated, the President is seated, and all the people who matter in that regard are seated. Usually, the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, will not wait for African time, as it's so called. We start right on time. So let me very, very specially recognize the chief host of this occasion. He is a gentleman par excellence, a fellow of the NIPR. He is the one who will be unveiling at this national event. Please, a round of applause for the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, FNIPR.
Thank you very much, the NSCDC band. We also like to very respectfully acknowledge the presence of the Comptroller General of Customs of the Nigeria Customs Service and a distinguished fellow of the NIPR and former Vice President, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, PSC Daga. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. We also recognize the Etsu Nupe, very, very distinguished, His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Yahaya Abubakar, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, CFR, Etsu Nupe.
Would also very respectfully like to recognize the President and Chairman of Council, NIPR, and member, Global Alliance Board, Dr. Ike Neliaku, FNIPR. We also recognize the Vice President and Vice Chairman of Council, NIPR, Dr. Emmanuel Dandaura, FNIPR.
We recognize Directors General, especially the very distinguished Director General of the Voice of Nigeria, very distinguished Malam Ndache Jubril. He's here with us. Please give him a round of applause. He's also a council member and a very distinguished council member at the NIPR. We recognize also distinguished fellows of the Institute who have joined us from various parts of the states, various parts of the nation, from different states. They are also here with us. All fellows, please rise for recognition. as we'll find it difficult to call everyone's name. Please, all fellows of the Institute, rise for recognition. Please give them a round of applause. All fellows of the Institute.
Would also like all elders of the Institute here present to please rise for recognition, because there's no time to mention them individually.
All elders of the Institute, please rise for recognition. All elders, thank you very much.
We also recognize very respectfully former presidents here seated. We also recognize chapter chairman and EXCO members, as well as leaders and members of the Global Alliance for Public Relations and Communication Management, and leaders and members of Africa Public Relations, APRA. We have here in the midst the Secretary General of APRA, Dr. Omoni Ibeton. You're welcome, sir.
We recognize the Christian Association of Nigeria. The president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, is here. Very, very Reverend Daniel Oko, Bishop Daniel Oko is here with us. Thank you very much, sir. And it will interest you to know that he is the husband of the leader of the National All-Female Choir. That tells why Bishop is always looking fresh. He hears good music every day. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, would also like to very respectfully welcome and recognize the former executive governor of Niger State and a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, His Excellency Dr. Mwazu Babangida Itavan Mina. You're welcome, sir.
We very, very warmly want to recognize the young people in the room. The students from various universities, secondary school, at the NIPR, they are very, very recognized. Young professionals, as we call them. Please rise wherever you are for recognition. All the young professionals in the room, rise for recognition. Thank you. We recognize all professional colleagues from various places who have joined us here, and particularly the members of the Global Alliance who have joined us online from parts of the world. You are very well recognized. Please, a recognition for participants online. Civil Defense, recognize them.
Would also like to very specially recognize the President, Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union of Nigeria, Prince Emeka Kalu. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us today. Would also very specially like to recognize the President of the Nigerian Union of Journalists. Thank you so much for joining us here today, sir.
We recognize indeed every other person around. If we do not see you, know that you are very well recognized. Once again, take a look at someone and say, no wahala.
No wahala.
Say it again, no wahala. And so we now begin, as we would run down the program as given for today. Please do note that every aspect of the program is indeed arranged to ensure precision and also ensure timeliness. And so we want to request that everyone please be seated, as I have the privilege and honor to bring up the podium to welcome us formally the President and Chairman of Council, Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, and member Global Alliance Board. Please welcome to the podium Dr. Ike Neliako, FNIPR.
Thank you very much, Civil Defense. Your Majesty, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you for finding the time to be with us. And I would like to say that you are coordinating the traditional rulers very well. Thank you. A round of applause, please, for Sunupe. Our chief host, Your Majesty, we are happy to have your son as the Minister of Information. The way both of you are looking, we are very happy that you have a son that resembles you very well. And he's doing well as Minister of Information. Thank you for giving him to us and giving him to the nation. Chief Host Alhaji Idris Mohammed Malagi, thank you. CG Customs, they always forget that you are the chairman of World Customs Organization. This is another gift of Nigeria to the world. We appreciate you. We celebrate you. Your Excellency, the Chief Servant of Niger State, you are not former governor, you are Chief Servant. You are the only person that has that title. So there is no former attached to it. So Chief Servant of Niger State, Dr. Muazu Babangida Aliu, we welcome you. My professional colleagues, I see the President of Ratau, Prince Emeka Carlo, Magic Fingers. I don't know if your fingers are still magical. I see the President of NUJ, my very beloved brother that flew in all the way from Gombe this morning. Comrade Yahaya, we welcome you. The Chairman, Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, our own, he prefers Malam, but he's Alhaji. He has gone all the places. Dembos, Abdullahi Dembos, we appreciate you. Okay, he's no longer comrade, you have lost him. I see DG Voice of Nigeria, the one whose job we are doing, because we are the voice of Nigeria. And the theme of what we are doing here, responsible communication, the voice of the world. So we have Voice of Nigeria, and he's a member of council. Join me to appreciate our brother, Jubril Baba Ndache. Secretary General of APRA, we appreciate you. I will now go in. Please order distinguished. Brand new President of Guild of Corporate Online Publishers is here with us. We appreciate you. Is that Honorable Joshua Ghana that I'm seeing? Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Power. Please, can you just move to the front row? Please. Honorable Joshua Ghana. I hope you have greeted your senior brother. Joshua, I hope you have greeted your senior brother and you have greeted his So, distinguished guests, we are here today because on the 4th of March, 2025, Nigeria was given the honor to host the world. The World Public Relations Forum is like the World Cup of public relations. We are going to receive people from over 126 countries coming to Nigeria to discuss about responsible communication. The beauty of this is that apart from the fact that it is the first time that Nigeria is hosting this, but this is a way of projecting Nigeria to the international community. We are having people who advise presidents, people who counsel leaders all over the world, coming to the soil of Nigeria to know about Nigeria, to hear about, to feel Nigeria beyond what they have been reading and seeing, most of which are fake news, misinformation, and disinformation. Now we have to show them the authentic Nigeria. And that's why we appreciate the fact that they gave us this opportunity for us to host them. And then for the first time, the African Public Relations Association also gave us the mandate to host their 2026 conference. We are very grateful. So we have a back-to-back. We are hosting Africa and we are hosting the world. And for us, it's a thing of honor, and we want to thank the Honorable Minister for giving us the support. I recall when I called you on the 22nd of November 2024 from Bali, and I said, this is the impression that we have, that Nigeria should bid to host the next World Public Relations Forum. And you said, that's a good one, go ahead, we'll back you. and you backed us all the way. We fought the battles. At the end of the day, it was zeroed to Nigeria and South Africa. And eventually, Nigeria got the hosting right. I don't want to suggest that it is because we got the hosting right to host the world that South Africa got the World Cup to go to World Cup. I don't want to suggest, but that's the reality before us. And therefore, I had the opportunity of joining my brother and my friend, Bradley Howard, the president of Public Relations Institute of Southern Africa, just last Thursday and Friday, when they had the Public Relations Roundtable for the entire Southern Africa. And they invited us. And I want to report to the Honorable Minister that the continental unveiling of World Public Relations Forum was done in Johannesburg on Friday, the 17th of this month. And entire Southern Africa and the presidents of national associations were fully behind us. It was very successful. And I want to thank Bradley Howard, who is with us online, for their immense solidarity with Nigeria. Why is this very important? This national unveiling, why is it important? It's important to us because, like I said earlier, we had the opportunity to showcase Nigeria to the global community in a manner that has not been done before. And we are bringing those who can influence policies for Nigeria. The other time I was talking with the president of Global Alliance, who, by the way, had a surgery yesterday, and because of that, his vice will be representing him. They tried to take a video so that he can still take his address, but the doctors advised him against it. So he sent his best wishes to all of us. But suffice it to say that God has given us this. It is up to us what we do with it. What we are doing today is to tell the whole nation officially that we now have this right to celebrate Nigeria at the highest level. And as we do this today, it now flags off the official campaigns, promotions, marketing, and so on and so forth for us to eventually do what we are supposed to do. From here, we are going to United Arab Emirates, where the Public Relations Group has invited us to come and unveil the international, to do the international unveiling in Dubai. In those days, we would have said we would prefer to go to America or to go to London and so on and so forth. But when people have understanding, you give it to them. They had understanding, and they reached out to us and they said, we want you to come and do the international unveiling. So on the 14th and 15th of next month, the international unveiling of World Public Relations Forum will be held in Dubai, to the glory of God. Thereafter, we are heading to other African countries. We are going to East Africa. We are going to North Africa. We are going to Central Africa. We are going to Asia. Asians are waiting for us in Malaysia to come and unveil. Europeans are waiting for us. North America is waiting for us. South America is waiting for us to come and unveil the World Public Relations Forum. And this is because everybody wants to come to Nigeria. That is the joy of it. When we were bidding, yes, I think you can clap at this point. Contrary to the impression that we have, people want to come to Nigeria. As I engage with them, I shared this story in Uyo, and I want to repeat it here. When we had the board meeting of Global Alliance at Venice in June this year, my colleague, the president of Czech Public Relations, asked me if we have adequate security. I said we have adequate security. He said, what about mosquitoes? I said, we have mosquitoes. But the difference is that our own mosquitoes beat evil people. So if you are evil, then you have cause to be afraid. But if you are not, you are fine. Our mosquitoes are trained Then he now said, okay, do you guys have hospitals? I said, we have hospitals. He said, are you going to make an arrangement? I said, we have good hospitals. We will arrange hospitals to come and cover the event with ambulances. In fact, we'll even arrange mortuaries. He said, no, we don't want mortuaries. I said, no, if you have a hospital, you should have a mortuary. You know? So we had to change the narrative for them. And at the end of the day, he said, I will be one of the first to register because I want to come to Nigeria. If Nigeria is the way you have told that story. And this is what has been happening as we have been going round. We had a meeting with about 400 people in South Africa. And every one of them, Southern Africa, every one of them said, we will come. And this is how we'll be going round the world to showcase Nigeria. And we need the nation to know that this is before us. And that we have to do everything possible to support this project. Because God forbid, if it goes down, it is going to affect Nigeria. It's no longer about me, it's not about NIPR, it's not about the Minister of Information, it's about the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is how serious it is. And the President of Global Alliance has made a commitment to me that I should tell the President of Nigeria that he has over 126 ambassadors that will speak for Nigeria after November 2026, when we would have come here and gone. I quickly told him that I don't usually see the president, but I'll pass your message to the Minister of Information, who will tell the president. If the president listens, he should hold me responsible. If he doesn't listen, he should hold the minister responsible. So it's now between him and his boss to make sure his boss listens. Those with me say aye. Those again say nay. The nays are not here. So as I conclude my opening remark, I want to say that this is a unique moment for Nigeria. A very unique moment for Nigeria. We are hosting the entire world and we are hosting Africa. I want to thank my brother, the President of African Public Relations Association, Mr. Ari Karani, who is with us online, who gave us the opportunity, alongside his Secretary General and Michelle, the Vice President. All of them are online. The Secretary is a Nigerian, Dr. Omoni Ibieto. All of them are backing us because part of the component of World Public Relations Forum is Africa Day. And that is the conference of APRA for this year. That is what makes it unique. So, the rest is for us. But we told Global Alliance that we are going to give you the biggest, the brightest, and the boldest World Public Relations Forum you have ever held in the world. And I went further to boast, if you find any country on earth that we beat our record 5 years after, come and take my trouser. And because they won't come, they know that they will not do that. It is just to show that we are going to do what no other country has done. Because we have the people, we have the talent, we have the resources, we have the nation. This is the best nation on earth. There is no nation compared to Nigeria. And I've had the opportunity of traveling around the world. There is no nation like Nigeria. And as I conclude, I will say that in my lifetime, I will see Nigeria transformed. Finally, I tell you all, no wahala. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. President, we'll now unveil the National Planning Committee of the WPRF. Mr. President.
Thank you. That's item number 6 on the agenda. It's my pleasure to now formally unveil a team that we have put together to help us to plan this event. They are not organizing committee, they are planning committee. That means organizing is inside the planning. And they have done a brilliant work so far. So I will start with the chairman. Please, as I mentioned your name, join us on stage so that you can now be unveiled to the nation. Because after this, I will now go back and allow them to take the front seat. So I would like to, Honorable Minister, you're welcome. I would like to start with the chairman of the committee, Dr. Suleiman Haruna. Dr. Haruna is the Director of Public Relations at the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation, a member of Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. We welcome you. And then he has a co-chairman, Malam Yakubu Lamai. Malam Yakubu Lamai is a Director General Strategic Communication to the Governor of Nasarawa State, our strategic partner. He's the co-chairman. We welcome you. Please join me on stage. Next is retired Commissioner of Police, Dr. Emmanuel Ojukwu, who is chairing the work team on security, transport, and logistics. Dr. Ojukwu. Next is Mrs. Mariam Sanusi, who is the Vice Chairman of the National Planning Committee. She's managing the work team on accommodation, welfare, entertainment. Mrs. Sanusi, sorry. Next is Ms. Ininfong Etuk, who is in charge of the work group for civil society. Next is Professor Rotimi Olatunji, who is the chairman of education program work team. He's with us online. Next is Mrs. Veronica Boade, who is coordinating the APRA conference within the WPRF. Next is Dr. Yusuf Muazu, who is also working with Veronica in the APRA section. Yeye Aisha Gambare is leading the work team on protocol, gifts, and souvenirs. She's currently outside the country on official assignment, but she's with us online. Mr. Rashid Bolarenwa, who is the president of Association of Corporate Affairs Managers of Banks and Financial Institutions, is chairing the work team on partnership and sponsorship. And then we have Ms. Ebere Chukwu Emeribe, who is chairing the work group on legislature liaisons. And next is Dr. Muhammad Kudu Abubakar, who is chairing the work team on media and communication. Dr. Tokpe Ojeme, who is chairing the work team on creatives and multimedia productions. Next is Dr. Nelson Omenuga, who is chairing the work team on youth and students events. Ebere just reminded me that she just got her PhD completed. Dr. Ebere. Next is Mrs. Olubimi Badejo, who is chairing the work team on language translation. And then Mr. Victor Agi, who is working with Dr. Menoa in managing the student and youth events. Fatima Ibrahim Buba, the same. Basil Abuarumi, who is chairing the aviation relations work team. Somebody would say, waiting concern aviation with public relations. I'm glad our brother is here. In Bali, the president of Global Alliance told me, he said, Dr. Ike, Dr. Ike, as he calls me, he said, we hear that coming into Nigeria is a very difficult thing. That to get visa is very difficult. And then when people arrive, it's a bit difficult. I now asked him, I said, but you were in Nigeria in June. How difficult was it? He said, no, it's not about him. It's about what his members of board. Then I wasn't a member of board. He said, that's the feedback that they got. I said, no wahala. I said, no wahala. We have a minister of aviation who is ministering well, and he's setting a very strong dynamic for our airports. We want to thank you. So I can say that foreigners can come into Nigeria and feel very good. And I know that the issue of visa is being sorted out. And Minister of Information, thank you for the letter that you gave us. That letter helped a lot because you took responsibility on behalf of your colleagues. Next is Mr. Stanley Ogadigo, who is in charge of the newsletter, Foga in charge of ICT, and then Emmanuel Onchono, who is heading the secretariat. These distinguished guests, honorable ministers, Your Majesty, Your Excellencies, special advisor, these are the distinguished Nigerians that will help us to ensure that we give to the world the biggest, the brightest, and the boldest hosting of World Public Relations Forum. These are distinguished gentlemen and ladies who can perform the task. You can now take a bow. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, men of timber and caliber, we definitely know that the World Public Relations Forum, WPRF Abuja 2026, will be led by very capable hands. Once again, please give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. And congratulations to the members of the National Planning Committee. The success of the WPRF Abuja 2026 now rests in your very capable and visionary hands.
And by extension, in the hands of every one of us. A quick recognition, while we were ongoing, we had the entrance of the Honorable Minister of Aviation. Very, very distinguished.
Festus Kayamo, SAN, you're welcome, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. A visionary leader and a partner of the NIPR.
We also have with us from the presidency the very distinguished special advisor to the president, very distinguished Mr. Bayo Ononuga is here with us. Please give him a round of applause. We're also glad to take this moment to quickly recognize online some very distinguished personalities who've joined us. As you heard the president say, we have online the president of APRA, very distinguished Arik Karani is online.
Well, Dr. Tokwe, you keep looking back, expecting to see.
Yes, I'm expecting to see them
yes.
Shown online. And we have members of the Global Alliance also online. And in a moment, I'll be calling their names.
We have the names there. We also have the President, Public Relations Institute of South Africa, Mr. Bradley Howard. He's also Howland.
Okay, there they are.
Howland. He's also joining us virtually. Yes, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, these are our hybrid participants from across the world.
So we have Jose Manuel, the past chair, is online. We have Sylvia Atto, Vice President, Global Alliance, online. Philip T. Bonaventura, Treasurer. We have Claire Ryan, Secretary. And we have Matthias Felaneto, Chief Administrative Officer, also online. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. Shortly, we'll have the privilege of listening to the Vice President. But just before we'll listen to him, we want to invite the Chairman of the National Planning Committee of the WPRF Abuja 2026, Dr. Aruna Suleiman, for a brief speech. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
What a day. The Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, my boss, the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, the Special Advisor to the President for Media and Publicity, the President NIPR, Controller General of Customs, our royal fathers here present, the Vice President of NIPR, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this important milestone on our journey towards hosting the World Public Relations Forum, Abuja 2026. Today's unveiling and flag-off of delegate registration marked the formal beginning of preparations for what promises to be one of the most significant gatherings of communication professionals ever held on African soil. On behalf of my colleagues, I wish to sincerely thank the leadership of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations for the confidence reposed in us. We accept this responsibility with humility and a firm commitment to justify the trust placed in us through hard work, professionalism, and excellence. When the Global Alliance for Public Relations and Communication Management granted Nigeria the hosting rights for WPRF 2026, it was both an honor and a challenge. An honor because Nigeria will, for the first time, host the world's foremost communication experts. And a challenge because we must showcase the very best of our nation's capacity and spirit. As we unveil WPRF Abuja 2026 today, we present a vision, spirit of collaboration and pride, a call to tell Africa's story authentically and to connect the world through communication. We look forward to welcoming the world to Abuja in 2026. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much, Dr. Haruna, for that very brief remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on course now. Nothing can stop us. The WPRF Abuja 2026 beacon has been lit. The gongs have been sounded. All roads will lead to Abuja, Nigeria in 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, no wahala, Abi. We're ready to welcome the world. Are we ready? So together, let's say, no wahala. A round of applause for yourselves. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're moving along now on the program. Next will be an overview of the WPRF 7-day content. Please join me to welcome on stage the co-chairman and spokesperson of the WPRF Abuja 2026, Malam Yakubu Lamai. He'll be giving us this presentation.
The Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, the Honorable Minister of Aviation, our boss in the PCC, Bayo Nanuga. I think I just rest on existing protocols, our royal fathers, and Your Excellency, the former executive governor of Niger State. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, the journey has begun to WPRF, World Public Relations Forum 2026. It seems very far away from now, but I can tell you that the way we're working, we're trying to debunk that they've said, that it's not in our DNA to really plan, but this time we're planning to deliver the biggest, the brightest, and the boldest. The World Public Relations Forum, WPRF, Abuja, Nigeria, would actually take place over a span of 6 days. For 6 days, we would hold and host 126 countries in Nigeria. And the National Planning Committee, aside from the usual morning sessions where you have the workshops and the trainings, what we're trying to do to live up to the billing of the biggest, the brightest, and the boldest is we're putting a structured mechanism such that after all the sessions during the day, the academic sessions, the training sessions, and the workshops, we now have a rising tide of theatrical presentations and top-notch entertainment, because we know Nigeria is actually a hub of entertainment. We want that within the 6 days that the entire world would be here. We recreate something like what happened during Festac 77. There would be a gradual rise in recreation and in variety to keep the delegates. One of the things we're also working on at the National Planning Committee is that we're looking at WPRF 2026 November next year as a golden opportunity for public relations to be used to showcase not just Nigeria, but the entire continent of Africa. We want to show the very rich hospitality, the culture of our continent, and how we are as a people. And of course, Nigeria, being a home of kingdoms and empires, our grandeur, our majestic standards, and of course, we want to make sure that at the end of the day, when people return, they would say, indeed, this is one WPRF that surpasses whatever expectations people have, and it's world-class, and it has, at the end of the day, enhanced Africa's global reputation. So our target for this particular 6 days, I told you, in the mornings you have the trainings, you have the workshops, but in the evenings, we would now give you a glimpse of Nigeria, and it begins from day one. I'll give you a just brief synopsis or a bird's eye view of what they would experience. The event number one would be called Welcome to Nigeria event. And this is the event where we would present to 126 countries Nigeria at a glance. So you're actually showing everything from culture, energy, resilience, and creativity. In this first event, we would invite the participants themselves to also partake in a carnival procession. And of course, there will be costumes, there will be cultural costumes to showcase their national colors. And of course, the green, white, green would also fly. We also want a scenario where we would bring horses, for people to ride so that they look very resplendent and very royal and majestic during the event. Now, aside from spoken word, which we know is something to do with us as Africans, we want to eloquently re-echo the need for a world without violent communication. Remember, the theme of the entire 6 days is responsible communication, voice of the world. Now, day 2, we intend to completely, especially for young people, we want to completely shut down TikTok. That's the same way that the Grammy Awards do theirs. Now, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the largest ever candlelit dinner that was held sometime 2015 in Italy. We want to host the largest candlelit dinner at the Eagle Square here in Abuja. Now, what did they do then? In Italy, in 2015, what they did was they had a row of 330 tables, and they had, I think, about 990 candles. We would move to like 4,000 candles. That's what we're actually looking at. We're looking at hosting a minimum of 3,250 delegates during WPRF. So we want to illuminate the entire Eagle Square. We are assured, with the gest and the commitment, the gusto that's been given us and the encouragement from the Minister of National Orientation and Information and all the other ministers, that we can take over the entire Eagle Square for the entire 6 days. So we're streaming to the entire world to unravel and renew a new vision of Nigeria. And of course, going to the Guinness Book of Records so that they can taste a dikainko, they can eat gari, they can taste Nigerian delicacies and cuisines in an atmosphere where you find the people that would be recreating the songs would not just be recreating only the recent Davido hits in the world. No, they will be doing songs like Christy Essiene's, late Christy Essiene's songs, or the songs by Onyeka Onwenu, "We're the women of Nigeria, and peace is what we want." And we will bring Timmy Dakolo to also sing and tell them that indeed this country as a great nation of great people. Now, by day number 3, we are trying to make sure that our honorable ministers, championed by the Honorable Minister of Information, get us to have the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, host our people, the guests that are coming to Nigeria for WPRF. So you see, 1, 2, 3 days of, excitement. Now, by event number 4, would like to let you know that NIPR has never been afraid to dream big. And under Dr. Ikene Liaku, who promised them that would give them the biggest, the brightest, and the boldest WPRF, and who said, if we don't deliver, they will come for his trousers. We have decided to make sure that we also take the notches higher. So NIPR is establishing the very first ever public relations university in the world, public relations and leadership university in the world. We're bringing the world to witness the matriculation of the very first set of students at the UPR, the University of Public Relations and Leadership, and that would be in Nasarawa State. Already they're building. We have 100 hectares, and NIPR is fast gone on that. So finally, we have 2 more days of award ceremonies. We have glamour, we have glitz. We also have an aspect where we believe we can, for each of the packages that maybe the 4,000 people that would attend, you'd have a customized gift bag. And in each of the customized gift bags, you'd have a tab. Now, in the tab, there'll be a fashion parade. But when you tap on your tab and you just click on it, whatever design you see that is Nigerian, we have designer tailors that will be there at Eagle Square to reproduce or give you those dresses within a few hours. So indeed, we intend to live up to the mantra, biggest, boldest, and brightest ever that the world has ever seen. We're poised and set for it, and we're inviting the entire country to use this opportunity to rediscover Nigeria. Know that this country is beautiful inside out. We have no other country than Nigeria. It's time for us to drum Nigeria and get the world to know a different and alternative narrative about this country, and that is what we're using. And we'll also, in Kenya, the president of the Kenyan Public Relations, Ari Karani, when we were in Kenya, he said that in Kenya they would say, Hakuna Matata. No worries. In Nigeria, we say no wahala, no pin drop, no sweat, everything is relaxed. We will deliver, we intend to deliver with the support of government, corporate sponsors, and especially you, and especially Nigerians believing in what would happen. It's November. Please begin to register today. Please begin to volunteer. Be a part of this movement that would rehash, rejuvenate, recreate, refresh, rekindle, bring back the Nigeria that we all have deep down in our hearts. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Malam Yakubu Lamai, co-chairman and spokesperson, WPRF Abuja 2026, for the overview, which has been specially curated to showcase the biggest, the boldest, and the brightest events ever. If you paid attention to the roll call and the lineup, you realize that we intend to set a record. And so, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if I may be bold, let me use this opportunity to join the train and invite you very specially to join us next year to set a record that will definitely be one for the books. And now, we can't wait for the 2026 WPRF Abuja, because it promises to be world-class. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and guests, the voice of our youth must always be heard. Please welcome Dr. Nelson Omenuga, Chairman, Youth and Student Event Work Group, to present the voice of inclusion of the youth and students. Please, a round of applause for him.
Thank you. Please, all the young practitioners and students in the house, can you please stand for some seconds so that the world can see you? All the students here, please. Wow. And the young practitioners. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please, can you sit? Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, esteemed practitioners, ladies and gentlemen, I will be speaking on behalf of these students, the young practitioners, thousands of them who are able to join online, who were unable to make it here because of the limited space that have been allocated to the young practitioners. It is really an honor to speak on behalf of the young practitioners and students as we unveil the World Public Relations Forum 2026. World Public Relations Forum 2026 is not just an event. For us, the students and the young practitioners, it is a great platform. And this is a global platform for dialogue, for development, and for dignity. We are deeply, very grateful that we've been provided with this platform, not just to express ourselves, but to be part of this global phenomenon going on. The future of communication must be inclusive, ethical, and rooted in lived realities. At the heart of this are the young voices, bold, creative, uncompromising in their pursuit of truth and impact. We are not audience of tomorrow, we are active participants today. And we all sincerely thank the NIPR Council under the dynamic leadership of Dr. Ikene Eliako, FNIPR, for championing youth inclusion and intentionally creating the space for our growth and leadership. As the chair of the Youth and Student Events of the World Public Relations Forum, I am here to reaffirm our commitment to this forum. This forum will not speak to the youth, but with us, listening, co-creating and co-claiming values. Across communities, young people are shaping narratives, challenging norms, and calling for authenticity. Through the World Public Relations Forum 2026, we will spotlight youth-led innovation, explore ethical storytelling, push conversation on digital transformation and social impact. Already, you can see the excitement in the air. We have over 1,500 young practitioners and students from over 38 universities in Nigeria and beyond who have shown interest already. Indeed, the energy is real and the vision is clear. Together, we will make WPRF 2026 a great one and a movement for change. We want to thank again the leadership of NIPR and the organizers of the World Public Relations Forum for the platform being provided to the young people to be empowered. We are truly empowered, and we'll thank all those who made this happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, another round of applause for Dr. Emenuga. Thank you for reminding us that the future belongs to those who communicate with purpose. Distinguished guests, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we now welcome the President of the African Public Relations Association, APRA, Mr. Arik Karani, for his goodwill remarks. He will be joining us virtually. Mr. Karani, you have the floor.
While they're bringing him on, we'll also be expecting to hear online the voice of the Vice President of the Global Alliance. I'm talking about Sylvia Atto, who will also be speaking on behalf of the President. We have a connection with the President, APRA, now. Okay, while we wait for him to reconnect, can we take... Okay, he's there, okay. Okay. Audio. It seems there are network challenges. Okay, can we hear him now?
Distinguished presidents of peer institutes in Africa, led by my brother Dr. Neliaku, my sister from Zambia, Irene Lungu, my brother from South Africa, Bradley Howard, distinguished colleagues, students, fellow communication professionals, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all from the sunny city of Nairobi, Kenya. It is a deep honor to witness this day, a day where we are opening the doors for Nigeria to host the world in 2026. Your presence with us today signifies the shared passion we have for communication. Next year's conference is all about responsible communication. We will not only exchange ideas, but we will come together to affirm the power of communication in shaping the future of the world. For us, responsible communication is about communicating with clarity, communicating with accountability, communicating with empathy. As we do this, we should focus on accuracy, respect, and the impact our words have on others. As we prepare to host Africa Day in Nigeria, let us remember that each of you carries stories and experiences. So let us tell those stories with clarity. Let us tell them with creativity. Let us tell them with conviction. Let us tell them responsibly. Thank you, and may responsible communication continue to light the path for Africa's transformation. No wahala, hakuna matata.
Thank you. No wahala. Everybody say that. And the addition, Hakuna Matata. Can you say that? Which means no worries, be happy. We're now listening to the Vice President of Global Alliance, Sylvia Atto. Sylvia Atto. Vice President, Global Alliance, video. While we wait for that to come on, we want to also mention that we'll be taking some goodwill messages very, very shortly. And we're glad to have another voice of inclusion, a woman with disabilities, the president of Network of Women with Disabilities, also representing the civil society, Mrs. Lois Auta, who is here with us. Please give her a round of applause. There she is, representing her group. So just while we wait for that video, we'll move to invite her. Please come forward. Please welcome her with a round of applause, as she will give a very brief goodwill message.
Hello, everyone. As a Global Alliance...
Okay. While she's there, we can listen now.
...to celebrate the national unveiling of the Global Alliance World Public Relations Forum 2026, coming for the very first time to Africa in Abuja, Nigeria. This is a historic moment that highlights Africa's growing influence in global communication and celebrates the continent's creativity, diversity, and hospitality. The forum is made possible through our strong partnership with the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations and regional partners, reflecting the power of collaboration. In November 2026, communicators, leaders, and scholars from all around the world will come together in Abuja to explore how communication can drive positive impact, foster responsible leadership, and build inclusive communities. Beyond the professional dialogue, the forum will also showcase Nigeria's rich culture, innovation, and warmth, making this a truly unforgettable experience. To all communicators everywhere, we warmly invite you to join us in Abuja and be part of this historic and inspiring moment. See you in Abuja 2026.
Thank you very much. It's over to you now.
Thank you very much. My name is Lois Auta. I'm from the Network of Women with Disabilities. I'm representing civil society community and also the community of persons with disabilities. Thank you very much, NIPR, for having an inclusive mindset. Thank you for ensuring issues of persons with disabilities are captured in your work. And congratulations for this historic move of hosting WPRF 2026. That being said, I always talked about the 3 V's in the work we do in every sector, including public relations. And number 1 of the V is my voice. The second one is my vision. And the last one is my value. How are you using these 3 V's in your public relations journey? And before I drop this mic, I also want to talk about a very significant model. This model is the popular VIP, but is not the usual very important person. The V stands for visibility. The I stands for inclusion. And the P stands for publicity. And we shouldn't forget AI in the work we do in public relations. And that is accessibility and inclusivity. It is very important to include AI in our digital media tools. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you for ensuring that voices of the vulnerable groups are captured in this significant, unique, and historic global event. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Lois Auta. Thank you for your very kind words. Definitely the NIPR is all about inclusivity in any form. Thank you very much.
That's right, inclusivity in every form, and we're glad we had that done. And we're also happy that we have fathers in the room. The NIPR respects royal fathers, and that's why we have one of the foremost royal fathers in Nigeria right here with us. His Royal Highness will be coming to speak next. Please welcome, with a resounding round of applause, Alhaji Dr. Yahaya Abubakar. Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, Etsunupe.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Our host, the Honorable Minister, Information and National Orientation, son of the soil of Nupe land. Honorable Minister of Aviation is physically here with us. We are most welcome. The Custom Chief of Customs, Nigerian Customs Services, you are most welcome. Our Chief Servant of Niger State. I'm happy the MC said, you know, say former governor, no, Chief Servant. Once a Chief Servant, always a Chief Servant. Distinguished invited guests, the students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. We thank Allah the Almighty for giving us life and time to gather here to actually unveil this very, very important and significant event coming up November 2026, inshallah. We are here to start off and plan. I'm very happy to be part of this event because for anything you want to do in life, you must plan. Plan early and you achieve success. And I believe this our sitting will give us the success we're actually anticipating, inshallah. I'm happy the President of Nigeria Institute of Public Relations has gone around and have gone through many challenges, questions and answers. And I'm very happy you actually excel in those answers. God bless you. And our own institution, that is the traditional institution in Nigeria, I assure you, my position as the coordinating chairman of this committee of National Traditional Council of Nigeria, I assure you we give you 100% support in this struggle. We'll be there with you 24/7. Continue to be there with you till that day, inshallah. Participate in every activity, and please don't waste any time and don't have any doubt anything you want us to do to actually achieve the desired objectives of hosting the whole world in Nigeria. We'll do it, inshallah. And then, secondly, we'll pray for you. For everything we do, we have to pray to Almighty Allah, to God, to give us the strength and wherewithal to achieve our desired objectives. We'll put in prayers. So on behalf of the traditional rulers of Nigeria and also religious leaders in Nigeria, I'm happy I have the president of CAN here with us. When I saw him, I felt very happy. And he was telling me that he's coming to partner with his wife. I said, yes. For every successful woman, there's always a man. As the adage goes, for every successful man, there's always a woman. So now you are supporting your wife on this occasion. You are giving her moral and spiritual support, inshallah. So we are very glad we continue to support you and we urge you to continue. The planning committee group I actually saw here are very, very well placed and will carry out the job. But there are any prayers, we continue to pray for them. May Almighty God guide them through, give them strength and wherewithal to pursue these noble objectives of planning, conducting, and do everything necessary in this world event we're likely going to hold in November 2026, inshallah. Thank you, and God bless you.
A round of applause for His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Yahaya Abubakar, CFR Esunupe. Thank you kindly, sir, for your prayers, for your commendation, and for your support always. Ladies and gentlemen, the next goodwill message will be from the Chief Public Servant himself, former Executive Governor of Niger State, and a Fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, His Excellency Dr. Muazu Babangida de Taoban Mina. Please, let's welcome him up stage with a very warm round of applause.
The chief host and your colleague, the ministers that are here, Minister of Aviation, thank you very much. Yes, you need this organization more than anybody because of what's happening in the air. I didn't know that they will make me speak after you. I will have protested. Rupe Bagaduji. The executive members of NIPR, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my happiness is that NIPR is institutionalizing itself as a proper organization, because they have always been first in many things. First to have its laws in place, including countries that have been there for 200 years. First again, this university that is coming up in 2026, probably, I think is an excellent idea, and that will involve not only public relation, not only mass communication, but we must do something different this time. The university must not only give certificate, the university must give value, the university must create character, the university must have integrity. Meaning, the teaching should be different, because you will come not as a public university, but as a private university. The second issue, Minister of Aviation, we're going to invite you very soon, because we want by the time the world comes to Abuja to be able to visit the Secretariat of NIPR. At the moment, we're in rented quarters, but we're hoping that very, very soon, we will invite you for fundraising. We're not saying you donate, but you have companies that you have assisted. I beg, send them to us. So, these two things are very important. And while I sympathize with the president, I recall what we had to go through in organizing Chogom Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, when I was permanent secretary of FCT that time. And believe me, it's a tough game. But with the number of people that I have seen and their backgrounds, I believe that we will give the world an excellent show, and they will all go back giving us positive results. Now that we don't have ambassadors, we need people to come so that when they leave, they will be saying, oh, Nigeria is not what they have been reading. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please give him another round of applause. I'd like to welcome the immediate past president, the very distinguished Malam Mukhtar Zubairu Siraju, for brief comments. Also, please welcome him with a round of applause. Afterwards, we would have the privilege of hearing from our distinguished CG of Customs.
Minister of Information and National Orientation. I had forgotten we had more than one minister here. The Honorable Minister of Aviation, the Royal Highness, the CG Customs and immediate Vice President of the Institute, President, Vice President, members of Council, Special Advisor to the President, distinguished Senator and Member House of Reps, my colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I think all that needed to have been said has been said. Just didn't want to fell foul of the ambush that was laid on me. I just cannot express enough how proud I am that we are having this gathering as a prelude to the bigger one. It's a thing of pride that the Institute we so much cherish has taken public relations and communications management not a notch higher, but several notches higher. And we are now doing the best that we can to market this country appropriately to the outside world. This World Public Relations Forum that we are going to host next year, the significance and the benefits derivable are better imagined. We are going to be in charge of our own narrative. We are going to be in control of what marketing we do for the country. And I believe that by the time that it comes and leaves, the story would not only be different, but Nigeria and the perception of the world about Nigeria would also be different. So let me say on behalf of all the former presidents of the Institute that we're proud of what is going on in the Institute at the moment, and we look forward to greater things. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Please, another round of applause for the immediate past president of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Malam Mukhtar Zubairo Sirajo, FNIPR. Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words and encouragement always. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause as I welcome the Comptroller General of Customs of the Nigeria Customs Service and Chairman, World Customs Organization, a fellow of the NIPR and former Vice President, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, PSC Daga, for his goodwill message.
Your Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Information, Your Excellency, the Minister of Aviation, our Royal Father, members from the National Assembly, distinguished Senator, members of House of Rep, the Senior Special Advisor to Mr. President, my President, the President of NIPR, and all members of Council here present, the immediate past President of NIPR, fellows, elders, professional colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very historic day for us in Nigeria, and I am indeed very, very elated to be part of this unveiling ceremony. So many things have been unveiled in my life in the last 24, 48 hours. In Lokoja day before yesterday, I was proud to be in an August occasion where His Royal Highness was, and that was where the convocation, when the joke was being thrown that Emery is now a doctorate degree holder, I also feel so very proud that on that occasion, I was awarded my PhD in Leadership and Security Studies. And now we are here to unveil something even bigger. I think there is something that the old world is seeing about Nigeria, the positive narrative that is happening here in Nigeria. 2 months ago in Algiers, the hosting rights for the Intra-African Trade Fair, the fourth in that category, was awarded to Nigeria, and it is coming up in 2027. And now we have something even bigger that is coming just before that, and this is this forum of professionals in public relations practice. I don't have any doubt in my mind, looking at the array of people that have been assembled to plan and organize this particular event. I listened very, very carefully to the pitch that we are looking forward to give the world the biggest, the brightest, and the boldest. The summary of this is in the fourth B, which is missing. Nigeria is going to give the world the best forum ever. And there's no doubt about the fact that all the stakeholders that are involved in this business are ready. It was so nice to listen to our royal father, and I'm very sure that through him, we are going to get all our royal fathers in Nigeria to rally behind this particular initiative. And we must correct one thing. It is not NIPR that is hosting the world. It is all Nigerians. In fact, we could also say all Africans are hosting the world. So right from the point of entrance, where people will be coming in, those who will be flying in, I'm happy that the Minister of Aviation is here. We've taken judicial notice of the remarkable transformation that has happened in our airports. Where you get to any of our points of entries now, all you need to do is to scan your passports and then open your eyes to some glass, and it captures all your details and the door opens for you if you are a legitimate traveler. If you have some problem, they may ask you to come behind and sort yourself out. And this is what happens everywhere in the world. So we're already setting standards. We are taking on international best practice to ensure that Nigeria compares with anywhere in the world. Customs will be important, immigration will be important, civil defense will be important, the military, the police, the market woman, people selling goods in the market, everybody. It's a total whole of the society approach that we must take to ensure that we give the rest of the world a very good experience when they come to Nigeria. As Controller General of Customs, I promise that we'll do our bit. I charge you all to do your bit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The newly minted Dr. Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR PSC Daga, Comptroller General of Customs of the Nigeria Customs Service and Chairman, World Customs Organization.
Thank you very much. And we'll quickly invite to speak next on behalf of the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, the spokesperson of the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Please welcome Mr. Kemebi Ebiemfa for a very brief goodwill message. 60 seconds, sir. Thank you, sir. Your time starts now.
I will try my best. Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests, esteemed practitioners, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Kemebi Ebiemfa, spokesperson, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I'm also a very proud, recently inducted member of the NIPR. It is with immense pleasure and a deep sense of national pride that I stand before you today as representative of the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs to deliver his goodwill message at the formal unveiling ceremony of the World Public Relations Forum scheduled to be held in Abuja in November 2026. The Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs will have loved to be here physically to felicitate with the leadership of NIPRO for this remarkable achievement, but unfortunately, he is currently outside the country on official assignments. So on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we extend a warm and enthusiastic hand of fellowship to the global communication community and also congratulate NIPRO for securing the hosting rights of the proposed gathering of minds, which serve as a global summit for public relations and communication leaders. Indeed, the choice of Abuja for the World Public Relations Forum 2026 is a powerful testament to Nigeria's growing stature on the world stage. It is recognition of our vibrant democracy, our dynamic economy, and unyielding commitment to fostering open and constructive dialogue both within our borders and across the continent. In an era of rapid information exchange and complex global challenges, the role of strategic communication has never been more critical. It is the bedrock of mutual understanding, the engine of economic diplomacy, and a vital tool for shaping a future defined not by division, but by collaboration and shared progress. Therefore, hosting the World Public Relations Forum 2026 aligns perfectly with our foreign policy objectives of promoting Nigeria as a premier destination for investment, tourism, and international discourse, which is anchored on the 4 Ds: demography, democracy, development, and diaspora foreign policy thrust of the current administration. The event no doubt to provide a unique platform to showcase Africa's narrative, foster global partnerships by connecting Nigeria and African communication professionals with their counterparts from around the world, facilitating knowledge transfer, creating new avenues for collaboration, and highlight the unique Nigerian experience. It will be an avenue to display our world-class infrastructure, our rich cultural heritage, and our renowned hospitality to an influential international audience. Let me use this medium to assure all prospective participants, delegates, and partners that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in conjunction with the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations and all relevant agencies, is fully committed to ensuring a seamless, peaceful, and exceptionally successful event. The Ministry will be dedicating necessary resources and expertise to facilitate the seamless issuance of visas by our missions abroad to international participants who will be visiting Nigeria for the event, to deliver a forum that is not only productive, but also an unforgettable experience. To the global public relations family, we say, get ready to experience energy, the warmth, and the promise of Nigeria. Abuja 2026 will be more than just a venue. It will be a crucible for new ideas, a marketplace for innovation, and a celebration of the power of communication to change our world for the better. We look forward to welcoming you all to Nigeria in November 2026 for a truly historic World Public Relations Forum. Thank you very much for your kind and patient attention. No wahala.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Akiniabi Ebienfa,
Thank you.
spokesperson, Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Thank you very much. We now quickly call on our very distinguished comrades, beginning with Prince Emeka Kalu, Magic Fingers. I think he's going to have a magic way of doing this in 60 seconds. Welcome, the President of Ratao. He will be followed immediately by the President of the NUJ, Comrade Al-Hassan Yahya, and our Director General, the distinguished also DG of Bonn. I'm talking about Comrade Salihu Dempos. Ratao goes first.
On already established protocol, I stand to say, Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the key to the future lies definitely with the past and present. Our nation, Nigeria, being the biggest and largest in the Committee of Black Nations, only the best is good enough. Welcome to 2026 WPRF. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. The next goodwill message will be from the NUJ President, Al-Hassan Yahya. He understands that we're on the clock. Welcome, sir.
The Honorable Minister of Information, the Honorable Minister of Aviation, our Royal Fathers, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you greetings from practicing journalists in Nigeria. But first and foremost, let me begin by thanking and congratulating my brother, my friend, the NIPR President, for this laudable initiative. No doubt this is an initiative that is going to take our country to a greater height. The magnitude of this forum is going to go a long way in creating more visibility to our dear country. I thank you for this opportunity. I will not end my presentation without appreciating the Minister of Information for giving us the platform to work together as union to partner for the greater Nigeria. Thank you and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Al-Hassan Yahaya, NUJ President. Thank you very much for your kind words. The next goodwill message is coming from the board chairman, Comrade Abdul Hamid Salihu Dembos. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. The Honorable Minister of Information and National Registration, the Minister of Aviation, my boss, essay to the President, Bagadoji, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to congratulate the NIPR on behalf of BON and, of course, the NTA, and to also assure you that the BON will be with you all through this journey of hosting the world in Nigeria. And I want to say that NTA is going to be the official broadcaster of this forum. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you very much, the board chairman. Of course, we're quite excited that we're partnering with the foremost media as the NTA. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this program is actually being broadcast live on the NTA as well as being streamed on our various platforms. Thank you very much. The next goodwill message will be from the presidency. We are honored to have with us the Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga. We call him up now for his 60 seconds goodwill message. Please, a round of applause as he makes his way up here. Thank you very much, sir.
And while he comes up, let me let you know that the distinguished Senator Osita Izunaso is in the house. He's a fellow of the Institute and will be speaking on behalf of the National Assembly shortly. You're welcome, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I nearly did not come to this event today because I thought the protest being done in town will cancel the event. And I was pleasantly surprised to see a very large crowd here for this event. Let me just congratulate the NIPR. Let me congratulate our minister who invited me last night to be here. He's fond of inviting me at the last minute to an event. But honestly, I think I would have missed a lot if I did not come here today. I'm really impressed by what NIPR is trying to do, and we are all looking forward to this great event next year in November. My only fear is that it's going to coincide with the electionary campaign. Maybe they are going to move the election to early 2026 so we can really have a fiesta of PR. But my fear, as I said, is that will be the time, a hectic time for campaigning. But I'm looking forward. It's a very good event, and now as a Nigerian, I'm looking forward to this great event. And if there's anything we can do to help the NIPR to organize this grand event, please feel free to contact us to help. I can only wish the NIPR and all the people planning the Global Alliance Forum a very successful event. We are all waiting with bated breath, and we are looking forward to this program next year. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, a communications expert of repute. And of course, being in the hall today, you have front row seats and front row invitation to the event next year. That's the WPRF Abuja 2026.
That's right. And let me quickly use the opportunity to mention that we have the distinguished Commissioner of Information from Bauchi here with us, Honorable Usman Shehu. He flew in all the way from Bauchi, and he would have been here earlier but for the flight arrangements, as he said, but we're glad that he joined us afterwards. Thank you very much for being here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, from the National Assembly, we have the distinguished senator who is a fellow of the NIPR, a PR general himself. He's chairman, Senate Committee on Capital Market, and he's chairman when it comes to National Assembly in every regard. Please help me welcome, very, very specially, distinguished Senator Osita Izunaso, FNIPR. He's ably supported by member of House, Ghana, who will be supporting him. Honorable Joshua Ghana is supporting him. And so he's speaking on behalf of the National Assembly. Red Chamber, Green Chamber. Thank you.
Honorable Joshua Ghana, Deputy Chairman, House Committee on Power. You're also expected to join him off stage to support him. Thank you very much.
Your Excellencies,
Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Majesty, I'm aware I have 2 minutes, so I have to be miserly with my introductions. Well, I'm glad to be here today to witness this special unveiling. Nigeria is going to be the second African country to host this World PR Forum, the first being South Africa in 2007. Hosting 126 countries can never be a mean feat. On behalf of National Assembly, I want to officially announce that we are endorsing this hosting. The President of the Senate, Senate President Godswill Obotababio, will be physically present. The Speaker, House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, will also be physically present. I will also request my friend, the President of NIPR, to formally bring their invitation so we can escort you to formally invite these 2 personalities. Because it's a public relation for Nigeria as a nation. I understand the event will be holding at Ego Square. Now, Honorable Minister, if you are approaching the Ego Square and you look at the Federal Secretariat, it's a terrible eyesore. The Federal Secretariat of this country is an eyesore, if you look at it anywhere from the Ego Square. So it requires painting and rehabilitation. So I believe that the agency that is involved should try to do that, because not when people are at Ego Square and they're looking at the Federal Secretariat and it's looking that bad. It's a very bad image for our country. Please take note. Honorable Minister, Aviation, a lot has been said about what you are doing at the airport. When you arrive at the Nigerian port now, you just scan your eye and you move in. Good work, fantastic. But you have to look at the personnel. The personnel, customs, immigration, all the people that work at the airport. You know, there's this thing of, your boys are here, sir. We are greeting you, sir. You know, it does not depict a very good image of our country when people are coming in from all over the world and they're hearing things like, your boys are here. For us Nigerians, we know the meaning of your boys are here. But please tell them that there will be no boys are here now. No girls are here. We know they did their work. And there's a way they'll be looking at you. You know they're actually looking at you for something more than that, their work. So, Oga, you're welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. 3 times in a row. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. So, these are some of the areas I would like people to look at, because people are coming in from outside the country. Apart from that, I must pay a very special tribute to the Minister of Information and National Orientation. The love, the concern they have shown to NIPR, nobody has done that before in the history of this country. I know that the President is working very hard, but what about if you are working very hard and the Minister is not cooperating with you? How hard can you work? So, Honorable Minister, you can stand up and take a bow. You have done very well. Stand up and take a bow. You have done very well. You are the engine room of NIPR, and I hope you are going to showcase Nigeria as a nation come November 2026. Thank you and God bless us.
Thank you very much, distinguished Senator Sita Isunason, for those thoughtful and inspiring words, and of course, pledging the support of the National Assembly. Thank you very much, sir.
That's right. And very shortly, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Mr. President.
Sorry, I would like to thank my brother, distinguished Papando, for the comments that he has made. But I want to confirm, because I just returned from South Africa. I traveled through the international airport and I came back through the international airport. I want to confirm that there is a lot of improvement. Nobody said your boys are here to me. And I was waiting to hear anybody tell me that. So I think that Nigeria is changing. And for our guests who are joining online, let them be assured that Nigeria has transformed. We are giving them the boldest, the brightest, and the biggest. No wahala.
No wahala. Thank you very much, Mr. President. So we're at the high point. The Honorable Minister will be speaking very shortly. But just before the Honorable Minister speaks, you will watch a short video to give an overview of what has happened so far.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to please sit back and enjoy a short video presentation titled Nigeria, Ready to Host the World at WPRF Abuja 2026.
Global Alliance, no holla. Global Alliance, no holla.
In 2026, the world will come to Abuja, Nigeria, the heart of Africa.
We are working with the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation to make sure that we give this the best that is required. More interestingly, Global Alliance turns 25 this year. So next year, we'll be celebrating the Silver Jubilee of Global Alliance, Public Relations and Communications Management in Nigeria. And again, the African Public Relations Association is also considered to Nigeria to host the 2026 conference. So these three events are coming together. It's all rolled into one. So from the 16th of November to the 23rd, Nigeria will host not just the continent, but the global community of public relations practitioners from all over the world.
People coming from 126 countries, there's no better testimonial.
They're coming here to see a country that is developing incrementally, from the people to the landscape, to the food, to the culture, to the arts, to music.
They should expect the unexpected.
Nigeria is green and glorious.
Yes, Nigeria is a beautiful country.
Nigerians are happy people, lovely people, welcoming.
It's quite a delight to introduce them to, different things that I've never experienced before.
It's going to add a badge to our country, Nigeria.
As a PR organization, we want to show them the best ever PR event they've ever attended in the world.
This will be the biggest, this will be the brightest, and this will be the boldest hosting of World Public Relations Forum that they have ever had.
As 126 countries converge on the city of Abuja, with public relations as the wind at the back of a shared world, WPRF Abuja 2026 will remind the world that without responsible communication, there can be no communal society.
I believe public relations is leadership, and leadership is public relations.
Something that has never happened in the world is coming up in Nigeria.
We are the first country in Africa where you find the Institute of Public Relations in the process of setting up the first public relations and leadership university in the world.
Wherever you want to study public relations, they will tell you go to Nigeria.
Having a dedicated university to PR is a welcome development, bringing about professionalism in the media space.
I believe that public relations can unite the world.
That we're able to host the world means that we are opening up to the world.
For NIPR, it means that we are advancing in the field of public relations and communication that would make the global body have confidence in us to offer us the opportunity to host the entire world in 2026.
This is about the quality of
the quality of the theme, the quality of the people, the quality of the professionals we are going to be showcasing and displaying onto the world.
Nigeria has become the global example on professional public relations.
There's an adage that says, until the lion knows how to write the story, the hunter will continue to win.
So finally, the time has come for the lion to roar and tell its own story. Because at the World Public Relations Forum, WPRF, Abuja 2026, we shall offer an alternative narrative to the world about what they've been hearing about Nigeria and indeed Africa. And NIPR, the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, is ready to surpass the expectations of the 126 member countries of the Global Alliance of Public Relations in delivering a world-class event that will resonate with professionalism, intellectual depth, and cultural diversity.
Truly delighted to announce that the World Public Relations Forum in 2026 by Global Alliance is coming to Nigeria in partnership with NIPR and of course powered by APRA. So we're all going to be in Nigeria, Abuja, November 2026, and already we have over 33 countries from around the world and outside of the African continent. So 33 countries outside the African continent are already coming. We are now waiting to be joined by the whole of APRA and the whole of Africa at the biggest ever conference held in not only African history, but Global Alliance history right around the world. See you at WPRF 2026.
And in Nigeria, we have no
In Nigeria, we have no wahala. Another round of applause, please. And so, on this note, please join me. Rise to welcome the man of the moment, the man under whose tenure the NIPR has done very well, as the Senate has confirmed and the ayes already have it. Please welcome the very distinguished Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Muhammad Idris, Fellow of the Institute. Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. Please kindly take your seats. Your Royal Highness, Etunupe Bagadoji, I know that you are supposed to be in Birnin Kebbi since 1 o'clock, but you have chosen to grace this occasion. We want to use this opportunity to thank you for what you do together with your colleagues, the traditional rulers, what you do for Nigeria, and what you do to keep us truly united. My colleague, the Honorable Minister of Aviation, the man under whose tenure we have seen the entry point and exit of Nigeria really transformed. I think that what we have seen in the Ministry of Aviation is truly unprecedented. Thank you for making us proud. Mr. Festus Kiamo, SAN. The special advisor to the president, who has said that I have this penchant of inviting him to events late night. There is a reason for that. Because every time, there is always no time for anything. We are always discussing about so many things. And in the last 1 week, I can't recall how many times we have spoken, So I chose to keep that one so that he doesn't forget it. And so I called him at night so that there will be nothing in the evening, in the night again. By tomorrow morning, in the morning again, he didn't tell you that I also sent him a text to remind him. But thank you, the veteran Bayo Nanuga, for what you do. Distinguished Senator Esunazo, I think that when you leave the Senate, you need to come and join the leadership of the NIPR. There is no event of the NIPR that I have not seen distinguished Senator. Thank you for always being there. My brother from the House of Representatives, many of you do not know he's actually the son to Professor Jerry Gana. He is also representing us well at the National Assembly. Let me salute those who have kept the flag flying. Today, there is a governor emeritus that I've learned of today. The president said, or the master of ceremony rather said, there is not a former governor, he's the chief servant of Niger State, my dear state. And he's truly a chief servant there, working to unite the whole people of Niger State and move them towards a clear direction for peace and prosperity. Thank you, sir, for what you do. The chief executives of parastatals here, I'm seeing the Director General of NTA, who is also the chairman of BORN, DG Voice of Nigeria, and the former DG Voice of Nigeria, who is not the DG, but is always very active. Our friend, our colleague, and our representative in the custom, many of you do not know that Dr. Now Bashir Adewale was actually the immediate past vice president of the NIPR, together with, there's a new acronym, IPP. I was asking the president of IPP, what is the meaning of IPP? He said immediate past president. So our immediate past president, Mr. Mukhtar Sarajo. It's impossible to recognize everyone here, our traditional rulers, the young people who are here. President of GOCOP, freshly minted, Mr. Adalami Omodu, and all of you, members of the media, thank you for coming together to ensure that we begin a process that will truly make Nigeria the new destination for the world. Let me read this little speech now. It is with great honor and a deep sense of responsibility that I stand before you today at this national unveiling of the World Public Relations Forum, WPRF, Abuja 2026. This is not just another event on the communications calendar. It is a defining moment for Nigeria's leadership in global dialogue on responsible communication. Today's gathering is a bold testament that under the visionary leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, Nigeria is stepping forward as the biggest, as the brightest, and the boldest voice for ethical and responsible communication in Africa and beyond. Communication is at the heart of humanity. It builds bridges, it shapes nations, and drives change. But it also has the power to divide, to distort, and destroy it when it is misused. In our digital and interconnected age, the speed of information has surpassed the speed of reflection. Words now travel faster than thought, and opinions often outrun truth. This is why our theme, responsible communication, the voice of the world, is not just timely, but essential. Responsible communication is not merely about what we say. It is about how, why, and to what end we say it. It is about truth. It is also about empathy. And it's also about service to the public good. Values that are also the moral compass of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The renewed hope vision seeks to rebuild trust between government and the people. That trust is anchored on openness, engagement, and a shared purpose. Communication indeed is the lifeblood of that trust. As host of the World Public Relations Forum 2026, Nigeria is assuming a leadership role on the global stage of professional communication. We are a country of over 200 million voices, diverse, dynamic, and deeply expressive. Our democracy thrives on dialogue, and under President Tinubu's administration, a leadership role on the global stage of professional communication, where a country is indeed where the center of humanity should lie. Through the National Orientation Policy under the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation, the Open Government Communication Framework, and the strengthening of government information institutions are promoting a culture of truthful governance, narratives, and citizens' inclusion. I'm happy that the woman who was on the wheelchair here also spoke about that inclusion. Thank you for participating. The Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation is fully aligned with the renewed hope agenda to restore confidence, to rebuild values, and reconnect the people to their government through clarity, transparency, and hope-driven communication. You have seen that there's a deliberate effort by the Ministry of Information and National Orientation to reposition what government communication is or should be in this country. Nevertheless, we must come to terms with existential reputational threats to our national brand, in which external purveyors of untruths are mischaracterizing our nation as a destination for a so-called persecution of people based on their religious faith. This is a propaganda externally woven by those who want to break or weaken our unity. For the umpteenth time, I'm emphatic that there is no iota of truth in the communication that is out there, that there is a deliberate, calculated effort where one particular religion is targeted for extermination. I therefore urge us to use the instruments of public relations crafted in truths and facts to vehemently reject this single despicable narrative about Nigeria. It is incumbent on all of us to unite in a voice that will ensure that Nigeria is indeed a country that is anchored on the freedom for everyone to practice his or her religion. In any case, that is what our Constitution stipulates. The forthcoming World Public Relations Forum in Abuja is more than a global conference. It is an opportunity to present Nigeria as a model of transformation through communication. Under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's leadership, the world is seeing a Nigeria that is reforming, that is rebranding, and that is also reimagined, driven by innovation, by private sector growth, and by a renewed international confidence. All the rating agencies all over the world every day are churning out statistics and figures to indicate this. Hosting this global event will reaffirm that Nigeria is not only the communication hub of Africa, but also a responsible global partner in shaping narratives for peace, for prosperity, and for shared progress. I must recognize the Global Alliance for Public Relations and Communication Management under the distinguished leadership of Professor Justin Green, for established WPRF. We also want to use this medium to wish him speedy recovery as he recovers from the surgery that he has undergone. I want to also thank APRA, the African Public Relations Conference, under the leadership of our friend, Mr. Ari Karani. And I also want to use this medium to condole our colleagues in Kenya over the passing of one of the biggest democracy icons in Kenya, Mr. Raila Odinga. In the same vein, I commend the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, ably led by Dr. Ike Niliaku. And let me say at this point, sometimes I wonder where he derives his energy from. He is always innovating and tasking me. At one time, I had to tell him that I am not Minister of Public Relations in Nigeria. But he is always driving you and ensuring that you put public relations at the center stage of whatever that you do. There is no surprise about that. He has been special assistant to at least 4 ministers of information in this country. A feat that is probably only matched by our IPP, the immediate past president, who was also a special advisor on communication to 5 governors in Kaduna State. So there is something about membership of Nigerian Public Relations. Once you go in, you continue to remain there. As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu rightly affirmed to the global community, you have no better friend and partner than Nigeria. We want to tell the world when they come here, over 120 countries, that indeed they do not have a better friend and a greater partner than Nigeria. Now a call to action. Let this unveiling today be a call to conscience. Let our practitioners hold the line of truth. To the media, please inform with integrity and with a deep sense of patriotism. To our public officers, communicate with transparency. To citizens, please let us speak with empathy. Let us come together, the voice together, become the voice of responsibility, the voice of the world that heals division, that inspires hope and drives development. As we look ahead to WPRF Abuja 2026, let us carry forward the spirit of renewed hope, a hope that believes in the Nigerian story, the Nigerian voice, and the Nigerian future. Under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria is indeed reshaping its global image. Let this forum be remembered as the moment when Africa's largest democracy led the world in defining what it means to communicate with conscience. Together, we'll make the World Public Relations Forum Abuja 2026, as I said earlier, the biggest, the brightest, and the boldest in history. Let it be an event that doesn't just celebrate communication, but redefines it as a force for truth, for peace, and for human advancement. To the world of public relations and communications, let me say, welcome to Nigeria. We are indeed ready for you, and Nigeria is united in purpose. Nigeria is indeed the new darling for the world. Thank you very much.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Alhaji Mohammed Idris, FNIPR, a visionary public relations professional and passionate advocate of responsible communication, and indeed chief host of this event.
And now we invite all our VIPs to please join the Honorable Minister to unveil formally. All VIPs on the front seat, please come up. The Honorable Minister will also be inviting his colleague, the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, to join him. And all the VIPs to please come up the podium to join him for this unveiling. Victory. VIPs in the front row only. Thank you. The Honorable Minister will now formally unveil.
On behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the whole world, I have this singular honor and privilege to unveil the World Public Relations Forum 2020, Abuja 2026, to the glory of God. You will unveil it.
I have the privilege of inviting the Honorable Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, very distinguished Honorable Minister Festus Keyamo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, to now unveil the theme song. Honorable Minister, sir, and make a remark. So he would go to the podium, sir.
Thank you very much, our distinguished guests. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, all right.
All right. Thank you so much. Let me adopt the protocols that have been so well established before I came here. So the public relations practitioners who are here, today is your day. So I'm not going to reopen the arguments as to who are the best communicators between lawyers and public relations practitioners. Today is not the day to reopen the argument. And I'm sure that I am outnumbered here. The second reason is that I am totally outnumbered here. So I don't want to start what I cannot end here today. So today is your day, I give it to you. But let me thank the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations Practitioners for this very, very wonderful feat to have won the right to host the world here in 2026. And also to thank and congratulate the National Planning Committee for all the efforts they have made so far. For us in the aviation sector, I want to promise you that we are going to be ready at our entry points, which is actually the image of the country. So we are going to be your first point of contact. We are going to be ready at the airports to ensure that all of those who you have invited to Nigeria, they see a very good, welcoming atmosphere when they arrive at the country. Also, we are in the process of setting up a VVIP department at the airports, all our international airports, for our very, very important, guests coming into the country. And I'm sure the public relations practitioners who are coming into the country at the den will enjoy this fully. Our protocol department, we're going to also ramp up all our efforts in our protocol departments to ensure that this event you are putting together will give maximum support in the aviation sector. Now, it is my pleasure and privilege to unveil the theme song for the World Public Relations Forum 2026. Let us hear it. Thank you.
The golden page. Ideas collide and stories unite. Public relations taking flight. We shine. Let's stop for the sky. For the sky. Biggest, brightest students. No lie. We that glow. No high.
jam jam, booty jam jam, booty jam jam. Jamike, Diana Abuja Taishe, Diana Abuja Ifisho Podo, Obode Derego Jim Jim Jim, Nzabu Nzabu, Oge Murafu.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a tune, what a catchy video celebrating unity, purpose, and passion. Mark it, it's going to be on your airwaves for the next 1 year. And it'll be very nice for us to start a challenge, don't you think? So let's use this WPRF Abuja 2026 video to trend and let the world know that we are open and welcoming everybody from 126 countries to Nigeria for this auspicious event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the platform to do the next unveiling. That is the music ambassador of the WPRF Abuja 2026. Please welcome Dr. Bashir Adeni, the Comptroller General of Customs.
I promise to love you every day. Oh, my Sherry, don't break indeed, 'cause I really love you and you are my number one.
Let me bring it. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can we say the theme message for the forum? And when we say it, of course, we know we have to say no wahala. I so much love the voice that Topet deploys in saying no wahala. Nigeria represents everything that captures the message of no wahala. We are reputed to be one of the most happiest people in the world. Our food is tasty. People love our fashion. Our weather is very, very friendly. And we are inviting the rest of the world to savor all of this. But if you have missed any of those things, the only thing that you cannot miss about Nigeria is the power of our creative sector. We have so many of our ambassadors who are doing so well in the creative industry, especially music. We now know that the music capital of the world is in Nigeria. And this is because we've had so many of those iconic stars who have dotted our history, who have painted the entertainment world, and they have done their best, and they are still doing it. Today, on the occasion of the unveiling of the World Public Relations Forum, WPRF Abuja 2026, it is my honor, my distinguished honor, to invite and, of course, officially announce one of our greatest exports to the world entertainment industry, an award winner, a doyen, somebody who has remained the symbol of love to many women in Africa. Of course, we all know when we say this man is a love ambassador,
you will know him. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, with a rounding applause, clapter, let us welcome the ambassador for WPRF Abuja 2026, Two-Face Idibia, popularly known as Two Baba.
You see, true love, she used to leave here before. And I got messed up and threw her out the door.
25 years of blazing the trail in the music industry. Two-Face Idibia now being unveiled as music ambassador, supported by his wife, his beautiful wife. A round of applause for Two Baba. Thank you. We'll give him the microphone. Ice. Thank you very much. Una they try imitate Two Baba, be coming down. If it's not original, if he didn't day, he didn't day. This is the original. Now listen to the original.
Wow, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so honored to be here today. This is a very huge honor for me. And I thank everybody that's come out here for this forum. Before I proceed, as he rightfully introduced me, he said, I'll be ambassador for love. I like to call it peace ambassador to speak. But on that note, to all the African queens in this place, just like the sun, light up the earth, you light up my life. Hey, the only one I ever see with a smile so bright. Hey, you came around my way. You changed my whole scenery with your astonishing beauty. Oh, you could have make a brother sing. No ordinary thing, a supernatural being. And no, you were brighter than the moon, brighter than the star. I love you just the way you are. All right, sing it, say. You are my African queen, the girl of my dream. Yeah, you take me where I never been. You make my heart go ting-a-ling-a-ling. See, I love you, 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 I love, 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 love you, I love you, I love you, I love all of you. One love, man. Yes, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes,
what a perfect choice.
Thank you so much. So from America to Namibia to South Africa to Uganda to Kenya to Nigeria, all we need is one love. All we need is one love. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Two Baba.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on 25 years of blazing the trail. Thank you, Two Baba. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have the vote of thanks. Shortly, we'll invite Professor Emmanuel Dandara, the Vice President of the NIPR, for vote of thanks. But we want to also mention that we'll have a photo session right in front here. The Honorable Ministers, CG Customs, and the VIPs will take the photo session just immediately as we round up now. Please welcome Professor Emmanuel Dandaura, FNIPR, Vice President, Nigerian Institute of Public Relations. And by the way, the wife of the president is in the house, our distinguished First Lady, Momi Oge Neliaku. She's somewhere there. That's why our president is doing very well. Please give her a round of applause. He's supported by a wonderful woman. Thank you very much. Mr. Vice President.
Thank you so much indeed. Our Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, the host, Honorable Minister of Aviation, distinguished guests, so many here, I would want to respectfully
on behalf of the Institute, thank every one of you for coming. This event is a story that started many months ago, but for the support of our host, the chief host for today, we would not have been here today. When you see the president moving with so much vigor, it is because he knows that he has a father in the honorable minister. And like the president will say, when your father sends you on an errand, you can kick the door open with your right leg. This, of course, is why we are emboldened. I want to assure you that there is a role for every one of you in WPRF 2026. It's an opportunity for us to tell the Nigerian story in our various ways. This evening, we are unveiling the Continental Council for the preparation for WPRF 2026. This is national at the Nigerian level. At the continental level, all the presidents of public relations associations in Africa, the president of APRA, and very strategic members that are of the Board of Global Alliance in Africa, they have been constituted into a continental committee. So we are moving from here before the president will take the train to UAE. We are going to the rest of the African countries. And so this evening by 7 o'clock, there will be a virtual inauguration of that committee, which I'm also privileged to chair. So I want to thank you, and we want to sincerely wish that before you go here, identify a role that you will play, because there is every opportunity for you, whether you are in the private sector, in the public sector, or you are just somebody who has very, very unique talents like our musical icon that has been unveiled this afternoon. We want to say we wish you a safe journey back, and thank you very much indeed. Our secretariat is at Radio House for WPRF 2026 at the 7th floor Radio House, and we indeed thank one of our media partners, the Voice of Nigeria, for providing us a very, very comfortable accommodation there. So feel free to come if you need to engage with us to understand the role you can play. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. And with that, we'll have the national anthem. The cultural troupe will have an opportunity to entertain us immediately afterwards. We have the national anthem, and then there will be photograph. The national pledge, rather, according to the rules, will take the national pledge. So, we take the national pledge. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity and uphold her honor and glory. So help me God. And say to somebody, no wahala, no wahala. Thank you very much. As the cultural troupe come on stage,